Are you ready to play RuneScape in a way you've never experienced before? On a grid? And no, I'm not talking about One Chunk Man, I'm talking about Gridmaster, RuneScape's first ever community event. Hi, my name is Josh. You may have heard that I'm notoriously not gaming, but I'll be breaking that rule today to show you the ropes of Gridmaster and get you ready to jump in as soon as it releases. Now, I'm no stranger to playing RuneScape restricted to a grid. Over on my channel, I mainly play my One Chunk account, Chunk but let's get one thing straight right away. Gridmaster is something completely different, unlike anything we've ever seen, so let me get you up to speed with the basics. The goal of this game mode is simple: complete the grid. The grid is a 7x7 bingo board where each tile requires you to do a task, and if you do, you get a reward. Each tile is entirely unique. It could be anything from a simple skilling challenge to something much more difficult. Now, if tasks, rewards, and challenges is starting to sound familiar, you might be thinking that Gridmaster seems a lot like its cousin, Leagues. And while there is a lot of overlap, it's also different in many ways. First of all, this is an entirely new type of game mode. Jagex is calling it the first community event. Basically, that means it's a one-off experience, giving the team lots of flexibility to experiment with new ideas. Second, it means it's a bit on the shorter side. If you're used to the 8-week window for Leagues, this is only 4 weeks, so you should be able to experience most of what Gridmaster has to offer in less time. But of course, the biggest difference is the grid. Through it, you'll unlock rewards ranging from fan-favorite Leagues relics to never-before-seen upgrades. And because Gridmaster was inspired by bingo, not only do you get a reward for completing a single tile, but completing any row or column grants an even bigger upgrade. Now, I've seen the full grid, and let me tell you, you're gonna get crazy powerful as you start to complete the tasks. Unfortunately, I can't tell you everything I've seen, but Jagex did give me permission to show off some of the tiles, specifically this center column. There's something special about these specific tasks. Jagex wanted everybody to be able to engage with their first ever community event, so for the first time, free-to-play players get to join in the fun. This whole column is full of tasks that you can complete whether you're a member or not. So if you're not sure whether you want to get back into the game for Gridmaster, this is the perfect way to try it out. My personal goal for this video will be to complete the entire free-to-play column while I explain the rest of what Gridmaster is all about. Now, immediately, you may have noticed that, this isn't Yanil. But that's okay. Gridmaster is played on exclusive worlds where everyone starts fresh. So while this may look like Chunk Yanil, this is actually Grid Yanil. These exclusive worlds come with lots of perks: unlimited run energy, boosted XP and drop rates, and of course all the bonuses you'll unlock through the grid. Also, everyone is an Iron Man, so you'll use these bonuses to carve your own path through Gridmaster without outside help. I'm gonna get started on my first task, but before I even chop a single tree, I've gotta open up the Gridmaster interface to see what options I have. Down here in the corner, I can see my current XP multipliers and my bonuses, and of course, there's the tasks. While most of these are hidden for you right now to preserve the mystery, in the actual game, you'll be able to see everything right off the bat. Also, just like Leagues, I get to pick a relic to kick things off. You may recognize these as the Gathering relics, and I'm taking Lumberjack because I want my first task to be chopping maple logs. As you can see, I'm getting that classic League-style dopamine from smashing out these early levels. So satisfying. While I'm gonna focus on completing this single row, some other tasks have already been revealed, and some of them are a little more difficult than chopping maple logs. Cooking a shark, getting through the Tombs of a Masket, and even a 30-minute Inferno speedrun. Of course, I could do that. I mean, no problems. It'd be easy for me, but I don't want to make you guys feel bad by showing that. And there it is, maple logs acquired, and that is a chunk task complete. Grid task complete? Back in the interface, this is where I get my reward. Give me that sweet relic. Oh yeah. For this task, I got another Leagues relic, this time Power Miner. And this is one of the cool things about Gridmaster. As opposed to Leagues, where you have to decide between relics and regions, Gridmaster lets you unlock all of them, turning you into an insanely OP monster by the end. And there's another task complete: mine some gold ore. Now I have all 3 Gathering relics. Resources better watch out. Of course, past Leagues relics aren't the only thing that you can unlock from tasks. There are plenty of rewards you've never seen as well. My next task is to kill the Lesser Demon in the Wizard's Tower, and let me show you what I get from that. That's a grid task complete. For this, I get something brand new, a relic that makes it so I can never hit less than 5. Perfect to get these early combat sets up insanely fast. And it's a great combo with the reward for the task to kill an ogress. Another new perk that's not exactly a relic, but rather a passive buff that links 3 combat stats together. So whenever you gain XP in one, you gain 50% of that XP in the other 2. The early gains are gonna feel so good with these. And there are so many unique rewards to be unlocked through the grid. A shark that you can eat an infinite number of times, any mega rare you want, entire quest lines auto-completed, and even the fan favorite Thunder Kopesh from the Raging Echo Leagues, just to name a few. There's a ton to discover, but remember, the best rewards are from completing a row or column. Speaking of which, with this 500 total level task complete, I've got one more tile to finish the free-to-play column and claim my huge reward. I just have to defeat Bryophyta. It's an early game boss, so it shouldn't be too hard. I've put together my best free-to-play setup, fancy boots and all, so wish me luck. Ooh, I just got a combat task completed. It's done, the final task complete. Just need to open this chest and get out of here before something bad happens. The reward for Bryophyta is 1 combat mastery in every style, a system that's making a comeback from Raging Echoes League, but this time, no need to choose, you level them all up at once. And of course, that completes the column, getting me the big reward at the end, plus 200% XP rates for all skills. Just like with leagues, your overall XP rates are gonna go up as you complete more and more of the grid, making those high-end tasks that much more achievable. While Gridmaster is overall going to be a bit more casual friendly than leagues, there is still a point system for those who enjoy competing for ranks. And even if you're not competing, those points are still good for something. They can be spent on cosmetic rewards on the main game. The Gridmaster tabard and swords are available in 4 different colors and can be purchased with grid points earned over the course of the event. And same goes for a cosmetic for the chapel in your POH that makes it look like the iconic RuneScape login screen. If you're really quiet, you can just hear that music. But if you're a hyper-competitive player and you really want a challenge, there's a special reward for those who get through the grid the fastest. The first 3 players who complete the entire grid will get to work with Jagex to create a relic for the next league. This is a super unique opportunity for some very skilled players to influence the game directly. If you're interested in trying to blitz the grid for your chance to design a relic, you can head over to the Get Ready for Gridmaster news post linked below for more information and the full terms and conditions. So my goal is complete. The whole free-to-play column has been checked off, and now you've seen the basics of what Gridmaster has to offer. The tasks, the relics, the rows and columns, and the cosmetic rewards. Hopefully you've learned a lot, but if you take away anything from this video, it's that you have got to try out RuneScape's first ever community event. Coming from someone who got a small taste ahead of time, Gridmaster feels a lot like leagues, but just way more open-ended. You have the whole game available to you, not just a few regions, and the challenge comes from figuring out the ideal path from one task to another. Which rewards are worth getting first, and which tasks are gonna need the most setup. It's gonna be fun to watch the community theory craft the perfect route, so keep your eye out for guides from your favorite creators, or maybe you'll be the one sharing strategies with your friends. For more info on Gridmaster and to see all the official task and relic reveals, you can check out the blog linked in the description. Huge shout out to Jagex for letting me come on today and tell you guys all about Gridmaster. If you're interested in grid-based content of a completely different kind, come check out my series where I take on RuneScape one chunk at a time, having to conquer some of the most ridiculous grinds with limited access to basically everything. Anyway, I hope you all have fun with Gridmaster, and until next time, bye-bye.